Hi, so today we are making a little cute house and we're going to decorate it for Halloween. So this is just going to be a one-bedroom house, and it's a little cabin, and it's going to be autumnal because they are, just as we are, heading into Halloween. So we are going to be decorating mostly on the outside, but a little bit on the inside too, to go with the spirit of Halloween. So I was thinking that in this house there is a couple living, and they're both grown-ups, so they are not themselves going out trick-or-treating, but they are expecting visitors to come and trick-and-treat at their house. So they have decorated it, and as I said, mostly then on the outside, so that they should feel welcome and get in the spirit and know that this is a house where you can get some candy for Halloween. So I was trying to make it a little cute shape. I wanted the roof to come out and make a little cover over the door where you walk into the house. And on the left side, it's going to be the little bedroom. And on the right side, we are going to have a kitchen and dining together. And right behind the door where you walk in is going to be the little bathroom. So it's quite a small house, but it's very cozy. And I went for both some sidings, wood sidings, and some bricks. And I thought that this color looked absolutely gorgeous. It's a very pale blue color on the sidings, and it matched well with this little darker brick moment we have on the bedroom side. So I went in and did some gardening here, and I wanted to have most of the garden on the front of the house, so in the back isn't going to be a place where you are going to be at. It's just going to be some plants and some trees and so on. So it's the front area that is the area where you are having your guests and so on. So we're going to put in a little area where you can sit and dine, and a little grill and so on, so that you can still entertain in this house, even though it's a very small plot. So I thought it worked out really well. So I'm just going to be putting in some trees and some bushes and grass and so on in the back here. And that's about it for the back. And in the front, I wanted it to have two areas. So as you can see, I'm putting stone on one of the areas, and that is where we are going to put the grill and a little table and so on, and some planter boxes. And on the other side, we are going to decorate some for Halloween. So I was thinking that was their little plot of grass. Otherwise, but at this time of year, they put something on the grass. But there are no kids living in this house, so they don't have any activities for kids or so in the garden. It's just these two adults. So here is where I put in these planters and a little picnic table that is going to be moved a little bit forward, and also a little bicycle that looked really cute, leaning onto the house. So, as I said, this side where the grass is going to be decorated for Halloween. So they have brought out this little wagon, and they have decorated with a lot of pumpkins, and there is also going to be pumpkins on top of the wagon as well. And I wanted to bring in this orange tone a little bit more with the umbrella and the decorations of the house, as well as in the wood used on the house, like on the windows and the door and so on. So I thought it came out really well. So this is, I think actually this is a really cute little autumnal house. Maybe a good start room. I think it's a little bit above starter budget, but maybe if you remove some of the decorations and so on, I'm not actually really sure how much it costs, but it's on the gallery if you want to download it, and my gallery ID is HelenSimmar, just as my name is here. So if you want to grab it, go there and have a look. You might find something else you like otherwise. Heading inside, and I loved this wallpaper, so I wanted to use it because I thought, even though the flowers are quite more like summer flowers, more like roses and so on, I thought, well, actually there are roses growing all year around, because there are roses growing in the winter as well. But I thought that the colors in this wallpaper looked very autumnal, so I really wanted to have this as a little extra piece of art in this room. So that's why I used this wallpaper. And I wanted to combine the table with the counters, so that's what I tried to do. I'm going to put in one counter more so that they have a little more space in the kitchen, and they still have plenty of room to come around and also enter into the bathroom, because the bathroom has the door into the kitchen area, because I wanted the wall to be free when you enter the house, so that you don't just have another door when you walk in. So that's why I wanted to have it on the side. And I also went for some shelves over the windows, and I put a lot of stuff on them because I thought that it looked like a kitchen that would be of the more modern kind, and maybe have these open shelves and so on. Also tried these curtains, but I didn't think that they fit at all. I could have moved the shelves higher up, but they weren't given the vibe. They have like more of an old kind of vibe to them, so I didn't think that they matched the aesthetic of the house. So I opted for no curtains in this kitchen, so they just have a lovely view outside and a lot of light coming into the kitchen from these big windows. And here is where I clutter the shelves up, and I go for both some necessities like plates and also mugs later on, but also some condiments and some decorations, and also some books, cookbooks I would assume you have in the kitchen. So that's what I was thinking of when I put them there. And some Halloween decorations as well, so bringing in the pumpkins inside of the kitchen too. But as I said, this isn't going to be overly Halloweenish on the inside, so they mostly decorate outside for the kids in the area to have a good time. So just putting some knickknacks around. Didn't want to have too much on the counters. I wanted to leave some room to do some cooking, and also I didn't think that overly cluttered was the style of this house. So I went for just what I think just the right amount of clutter in the kitchen. And I love this color of the sofa, and it goes so well with the wallpaper. And I have to put the sofa out a bit. I don't know how you feel about that, because a lot of people don't think that the sofa should be up to the wall. They don't think it looks good, it's not aesthetic and so on. But I actually think that it looks better. I think it's there's something off with this gap behind the sofa. I make it work in the end, I think, but this is kind of outside my comfort zone. So it's a bit weird. Well, I actually have, right now in my own house, I actually have my sofa off it's one of the sides of the sofa is up to the wall, but where I am right now is actually behind the sofa. So before there was an empty space there. Now I made it my little area to sit and play The Sims and make videos and so on. So this is my area now, but before that it was empty behind the couch, and just as in this area it was empty behind. But that's not something I do a lot. Is it something you do? Please tell me, is this something you are used to, not having the sofa up against the wall? Or are you a person who likes the sofa right up against the wall, as I am usually? Please let me know in the comments below how you do it. Okay, so as I've talked over the living room, I just put in the usual stuff in this area. So it's a big TV on the wall and this sitting area, and some decorations on the side, and also a bookshelf, and also one little more pumpkin, but because it was so cute with a little hat, so I had to bring it in. And then I also brought in the same rug as I had on the outside, the one with the leaves. So I thought it was really cute, and maybe they bought it in bulk, so they had buy two get one for free, and they put one on the outside and one on the inside, and they change them as the seasons go. So now when it's autumn they have this one, and when Christmas is coming up they change for another one with the maybe a snowman or Santa Claus or something more in the lines of Christmas. I made the bathroom quite simple. It's a very blue bathroom, and I kind of like the colors, and I just brought in a big plant there to make it look a bit more alive in there. And that's about it for the bathroom. And we are going to put up some lights, and then we're going to head into the bedroom. And in this bedroom I wanted to have like a combined walk-in closet with the bedroom. So this side that we're working on right now with the windows is going to be the closet side. So I put in some shelves over the windows where you can hang your clothes, and that's maybe also kind of crazy because you are going to see the clothes through the window, but since there are so much plants outside, I didn't mind it that much. So, well, that's what I did. Actually, I had a kind of reference picture when I did this, but in that reference picture there were no windows in this spot, so it was just an empty wall. But when I built the house, I thought that something was lacking. It was just an empty brick wall, and the wall in the reference picture wasn't brick, but I thought that it needed something more than just the siding on the wall, so I brought in the brick to make it look a bit more autumnal and cozy and something else than just wood. But as I said, no windows there then, so that would have made it better for the wardrobe situation, but not for the outside of the house. So I did my best to try to combine them anyway, and I put in the windows and the closet situation. So that's what I did. So you can also let me know what you think about that. Was it a good idea? Was it a bad idea? Does it look very weird, or is it okay? So heading into the back part of the bedroom area where the bed is, and I wanted to use these side tables, but they are so big. There are so many big side tables in The Sims, and they're like enormous, and I don't know where you would put them in real life, because you might actually have to climb over them to get into bed, and that's not something I am up for. So I sized them down, but then I had a little bit of trouble having things staying on the right height on the tables. So I actually had to change out the books, but because I couldn't make it work. They just wanted to bop up all the time. So I said, okay, no books then. I'll just change it out for a little bowl. So maybe you put, or the person living here puts their keys and so on. And the last thing to do is put up these decorations on the wall and a flower. And this is it for the house.